Do you remember this this great event that occurred? It was a little bit over a year ago. It was quite stunning, as a matter of fact, and what it proved is that our union does have some good maneuvers up its sleeve when it wants to. So let's take a look at this event that happened. It was May last year.
Service with taxis and other services. So we will provide all the rides we possibly can, but only the life-sustaining rides are guaranteed at this point in time. You know the background to some extent of this, but I wanted to just emphasize very clearly that this is a dispute between ATU 757 and First Transit. First Transit is an independent contractor who works for us. They're a for-profit firm that does this all over the country. The contract between ATU 757 is with First Transit. It's those two parties that have to get together to resolve this issue.
Now, what was the significance of that event? The significance was clearly that there is power in the union members mobilizing together for an action, because they got what they wanted. They got it quickly. And the second significant thing to notice there is McFarland's methods of dealing with these people. Do you notice how McFarland abrogated any responsibility for any decision making when it came to those workers? He put it strictly on the transit private enterprises that are contracted out. And that's significant because this tells you the mind of the man that you're dealing with here at TriMet. You know, his whole emphasis since he's been in power is to eliminate all the agreements that were made over the last 30, 40 years with his union members and all the people that work in transit, and change everything to basically a right-to-work type of environment where either you take what you get or you walk. Okay, that's the whole right-to-work lie. Right to work is basically the right to get fucked. So when you hear right to work, it's your right to work for shit. That's what it is, because you don't have any protections. And it's significant because it shows us the extent that McFarland will go to stop his unions from having power. And we already know he's violated several LRBs around the insurance payments that he illegally imposed. We still never got that back. So you need to take notice that this fight is not over. I know we can't keep it in the... I try the best I can to keep it in people's minds, but my blog is obscure compared to the mainstream media and even the union. And the union has done a little bit of the publicity. Some of those ads are good. But this stuff tends to fade from the mind of the public unless we can keep it in the mind of the public. And as time goes on, I know McFarland and those staff over there at TriMet are very good at allowing time to go by. They know that furors die down if you let time go by. But people can't become complacent, because they're after you folks. Okay, you're all fat and happy over there working at TriMet. I know that. But don't be deluded, because, you know, if he gets his way, when you do leave, you're not going to have shit to go with. And that is a tragedy if that is allowed to happen.
TriMet general manager 20 months ago, after 20 years at the agency. I inherited an agency that I think is inspired by a Dickens novel. I call it A Tale of Two TriMets. One is a tale of a world-renowned transit system with roots stretching back to the 1970s with the original transit mall. It's an agency that's an innovator in design and construction and delivering light rail projects on time and on budget, engaging local businesses and creating jobs. Second TriMet tale. That of an agency that is slowly strangling from a union contract that desperately needs a reset.